Yo, how do you everyone to the comic here? And today I'm going to be reviewing the new Random Booster Volume 13, and I'm just gonna do the overview, all the parts, what it comes with, and my overall thoughts on it. So basically, the prize bay is Air Knight. But I'm just gonna go gradually for the least hype in my opinion to the most hype to make it more suspenseful, I guess. But yeah, first of all, or not first of all, but alright, I'm just gonna put pictures. I'm just gonna put little, pictures on the screen, in the center, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, So first we have Wallboard. Oh, okay. This Plastic Gen remakes, I'm not that much of a fan of them. I mean, I'm okay with them, but I'm not a huge fan of them. I guess we kind of grew up with Plastic Gen, the Beyblade V-Force, etc. With Kai, Kai and them, Kai, Tyson and them. But yeah, this recolor, I mean, I do like it. This little, I guess this lava-ish color scheme. But I like red and all. But this Plastic Gen remake has I guess a lava vibe, but it's not too bad, but it's not too good either. But the Wallboard layer, it's basically a single layer. It's basically a single layer. One of the single layer remake, I think it's Dragoon. I think it's the Dragoon, which is the lightest layer. At the time of recording this video, I think Dragoon is the lightest layer to ever be released for Burst, at least for Burst. But yeah, it's not it's not the parts that hinder this Wallboard, but it's just the layer is bad. It might as well be a single layer. Zero, the heaviest disc, tied for 10. Expand, we don't know too much about that, but I guess it's supposed to create error resistance or whatever. And then Atomic is good. Atomic is a key part. Atomic is a key part in today's metagame. It's been a key part ever since it was released. So yeah, moving on to the second Plastic Gen remake, we have Jonzer Flame 10-turn sword. So this remake, I guess, is kind of a translucent greenish kind of vibe. But Jonzer Flame, it kind of looks like a defense type, not gonna lie. 10, tied for the heaviest disc with 0 turn for Dead Hades. I don't think it's been on any other release except for Dead Hades, but I guess this is a good chance to get turn. And sword that came on Buster Accelerator, I mean, it's basically a taller and metal Jackie. The Jaggy driver that came on, I think, Fang Fenrir or Pharaoh Fangriff, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's basically a metal Jackie. I mean, it's not the best driver in the world, but it's not the worst driver in the world. I mean, it has metal in the driver, so it has decent weight, but it's just bad overall. So yeah, moving on to Emperor Fornius 13 Meteors Survive. And this, I know, this, I'm not even exaggerating. This is the seventh, eighth, or ninth time they've released Fornius, period. Takara told me has released so many Forniuses at this point. It's all these recolors, all these recolors. You know how some recolors, if you collect a lot of Beyblades like this, then you know oh my god, so many recolors. There's one Beyblade, you just ain't to the point where you just don't like it anymore. But this one recolor, this ocean blue, but Fornius, if you didn't know, Fornius is supposed to be some sort of monster shark thingamabobble. But you couldn't really tell from the the original colors for Fornius, but this one you can actually kind of, I like the overall ocean blue color. And not only it comes with the 13 disc. It's not the best disc in the world, but it's not the worst disc in the world. It's to be the basic requirements of being a good disc. You either have to be heavy, you have to have a smooth underside, or has to have holes for outward weight distribution. Other than that, it's just a booty disc. So like 13, I'm sorry, but you're just a booty disc. And alright, I'm just gonna say right now, I don't even know how 13. Like, I guess it's because of the weight of the Archer Hercules layer, but Archer Hercules is just a boss with this 13 disc. Archer Hercules is, I think it's the best stamina stock combo to be released so far. I think I just said Air Might. You know, and I said Air, when I said Air Might, when I said Air Might, I kind of thought of All Might from My Hero Academia. I was watching My Hero Academia this morning, and I said Air Might, and then I just thought of All Might. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent back to the Beyblades. but yeah, what did I talk about yet? Oh yeah. 13, not the best disc, not the worst disc. 13 is actually a pretty light disc, and it has a jaggy underside, which makes it a bad disc altogether. Meteor, from the picture that we have, I can't tell what color Meteor is, but like Meteor for its time when it was released. Hold up, I have my Meteor, or my gold Meteor. I have my Meteor right here. Meteor for its time was the Meteor for its time was the heaviest frame used, but now we have like frames like Wall and Bump, which basically just throws it out the water, just yeets it. Fighter would understand that inside joke, but yeah, it just yeets it. So, like frames like Bump and Wall just like demolished its weight. But like Meteor is basically the main thing of Meteor was that it's supposed to be heavy. But like Bump and Meteor came, was like, oh shoot. So I think Meteor is like the Meteor is like the 5th or 6th heaviest frame now. Before it was like the heaviest frames were like Glaive, Cross, Meteor, then Bump. Cross. It's Cross. Oh, Cross, Meteor. Wait, what? Wait, oh yeah, Glaive, Cross, Meteor, Bump, and then Lift for number 1. But then there came Turn, and then now Wall. That just basically blows Meteor out the water for weight. But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, and it also comes with a Survive. It's like, Survive? Seriously, the cards of me? You're releasing Survive? Survive for its time was like a very good driver, but now it's just outclassed by Revolve, which is already outclassed by Eternal, which I think it's comparable to Bearing. But so long story short, Survive is just like an outclassed driver. It's decent, but it's not like top tier like Eternal, Revolve, or Bearing. So yeah, and it also comes with a green level chip, which is actually that's actually pretty interesting. It comes with a green level chip. So now moving on, we have Hazard Kirbyus 4 Merge Dash. Like, this recolor for Hazard Kirbyus, it actually like this recolor. Like the original colors, I think the original color is like basically green, which is what a defense type in Kirbyus should look like. But it just overdid it with the green. The original colors overdid the green. You know, it's like the god of St. Patrick's Day, or it kind of looked like Shrek. Kind of look like Shrek, or like the god of St. Patrick's Day. Like, looks like Lucky the leprechaun for the Lucky Charms bot. Looks like Shrek, like the god of St. Patrick's Day, or like Lucky the leprechaun from Lucky Charms. But this recolor is actually pretty cool. It's like gold and like I guess a semi-translucent yellow at the outsides where the metal is supposed to be. Wait, now that I think about it, this looks like a bee. Barry the Bee from the Bee movie. Wow, I actually thought this looks cool now, but now all I can think of is a bee. Barry the Bee, you like jazz? You like jazz? I'm sorry for anybody that actually liked this recolor. I just ruined it. I just ruined it for myself. Now all I can think when I look at this picture is a bumblebee. Or like Barry. But yeah. Moving on to 4. 4, it's not the best disc in the world. Well, for its time, I think it was the best disc, but I think it was the best disc. I think before like 0 and 7 and stuff like that, I think 4 was like pretty good or bumped shoulder. Hey, see what I did there? Wall or the puppy frames, meteor bumped it. Hey, yeah. But yeah, 4 I think was pretty close to like gravity, but like before 7 and 10 and 0 and stuff like y'all don't know, y'all didn't understand. Like before we had like 7 and 0 and 10 and stuff, we had to use disc like 4, 5, 7 and so 7 was already loose with 5. Like we had to use like 4, gravity, heavy, yell, polish. We have to use those type of like we don't have this like 0, 10, double O that's going to be released in Chozi Kilo. I think double O is going to be like the heaviest disc. But yeah, moving on. Merge is actually, I like when the merge was first released, oh my god, it's gonna be like the new, like a better Unite. But no, it had worse stamina than Unite. The little protrusion in the center was pretty decent, but like it was worse than Unite, and like it had worse stamina than Unite because like Unite is like a rounded shape, but merge is just like a jaggy shape. But if you were to put like merge on Storm's Horizon, on like a Mincy Fresh merge on Storm's Horizon, it would hit the walls like crazy and just self KO itself. But yeah, merge dash. I guess we're getting new like dash drivers, so I guess that's pretty cool. And speaking of dash drivers, layers like Clash Ragnarok, those type of layers are like extremely underrated. Like Clash Ragnarok, I just said Clash Ragnarok. I'm sorry, I've been playing some Supercell games, Clash Ragnarok, Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, etc. But yeah, Clash Ragnarok, it actually has a perfect weight for, at the time, perfect weight and a perfect shape. So like it's underrated, but like it has bad teeth. It has good everything except for teeth. So it has good weight and good shape, but it has bad teeth. So yeah, moving on. The dash drivers, it actually bolsters like like the Shoei dash, Zephyr dash, and like the new SL dash that came on the Hercules 10 cross SL dash. But yeah, SL dash is actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, I forgot Extreme dash and Hunter dash. So many dash drivers now. All right, now hangouts. Well, yeah, now we have an HE hockey stick HE double stick salamander 13 blow dash. What's it like a clear Drigger? It was like a clear Drigger, I think. I don't remember, but it was like a Drigger recolor. I can't remember. It was like Drigger or something, but it was like a clear Drigger recolor. But I think this is the second like clear or recolor that we have for Beyblade. But yeah, this salamander, I think it's like the best recolor in this set. But yeah, 13, already talked about that. Oh shoot, and as soon as I said 13, we hit the 13-minute mark. That's kind of ironic. But yeah, Blow Dash that came on the single layer Odax or Odin, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Blow Dash, I think it was worse. I think it's basically worse than SL. But yeah, next we have Revive Phoenix 12 Fusion Dash. Fusion is basically a worse Unite. Fusion is just horrible. Like, Fusion is basically a worse Unite. It's basically a cell, but like with a little protrusion in the center to basically make a plastic Unite. 12. Why does the card Toby keep releasing 12? 12 is just like a booty disc. Like, it's the lightest disc at the time of recording this, and I think it will stay the lightest for the new series of Chozi, I swear. If they release like an all plastic disc or like something lighter than 12. 12 is like 15 grams, which is like extremely light for a forged disc. And like it was released with Winning Valkyrie. Oh god, Winning Valkyrie, but like they're releasing so many these like light discs in Chozi. 11 is the 11 released on the Z Achilles. It is the second lightest disc. Takard Somi, stop releasing light discs in Chozi. We're supposed to have metal. But yeah, enough with that, Fusion Dash, etc. And now, for the top two hypest releases, yes, Air Knight 11 Friction. or yeah, Air Knight. This actually looks pretty cool. Well, wait, no, back to the Phoenix. The Phoenix. This this recolor look is you know how like there probably some of you probably haven't noticed, or some of you probably haven't known, but Phoenix was basically supposed to be like this Beyblade, where it's basically a Spring Requiem. So I think that's why they unsnapped their fingers on the box design. But yeah, Phoenix, it's like a 1 in 72 chance that you get the Black Revive Phoenix that when Fi uses his little dark possession thingamabobble that Iga had when he was turning evil. Spoilers for Chozy/Turbo. I'm sorry, but yeah, it kind of looks like this. Or yeah, it kind of looks like the Black Revive Phoenix, but like a bit lighter. So yeah, that's actually pretty. I actually like this more than the Salamander. I'm sorry, Suo, but Suo and Fire are actually two of my favorite Chozy characters, or male Chozy characters. But yeah, I'm sorry, Suo and Salamander, but Fi and Phoenix's new recolor is rocking it. But yeah, next we have Air Knight 11 Friction, 11 second lightest disc. Friction is let me just talk about Friction real quick. Friction is one of the most ironic drivers to ever be released. Like Friction, alright, here, if you don't want to listen to my nerd stuff, then I guess skip to a video and I'll have a little time frame on screen. But yeah, Friction, which is actually pretty ironic since friction is the aerodynamical force with when two objects rub together, which is supposed to create heat, which creates fire, like in the movies, like how you see like two sticks rubbing each other or rubbing against each other, and then that eventually creates a fire. You can do that in real life due to the friction of due to the coarseness and friction of the sticks. But yeah, which is ironic because polyoxymethylene is the driver. That's the white ball. Polyoxymethylene is what it's made of, and polyoxymethylene is basically a compounded plastic that's supposed to have less it's supposed to have less friction against whatever it's supposed to be having friction with, which is for Beyblades, that's supposed to create more stamina. But like they named it friction, but it's supposed to have less friction. But alright, nerd alert. And the rubber is like, rubber for Beyblade is the definition of friction. But like the rubber in the anime, it does like this little counter break thing for Phoenix break for Fi. It's actually freaking cool. But like in the battles I've seen in real life, never have I ever seen the rubber come in contact with the stadium floor and do a counter break. I've never seen that happen in real life. Moving on to the prize bay, Air Knights 12 Expand Eternal. Now this is like, as soon as I saw this, when I was looking at the video for Zagarsami's video, I was like, Metal Banana. As soon as I saw it, I was like, Metal Banana. But yeah, like, why couldn't they make, I guess if you look at it, it's not exactly a frisbee, but it's like a frisbee, but not an exact frisbee. Kind of like Atlas and Nubion. But yeah, kind of like Atlas and Nubion, it was basically a frisbee, but not an exact frisbee. Garuda is the true frisbee. But yeah, I guess this is like the blue banana. This is like the blue banana. Like, if you're gonna do that, Chakar told me, why would you just recolor this yellow? That actually be pretty hilarious. Then that would have been a meme on this channel. The metal banana. That'd actually be pretty cool. Metal banana. But I guess since it's not yellow, this will be called the blue banana. This the meme on this channel now is the blue banana. New meme. Welcome to the meme community, blue banana. But yeah, here is the 12E or 12 Expand. 12 Expand. Nobody likes 12. Nobody uses 12. Please stop releasing it to Carzone. Expand. I guess it's like a really, or I'm gonna put an Expand by itself on screen. Expand is like this roundish shape. This Expand is supposed to, I guess it's like this roundish shape, which I guess looks pretty cool. It's supposed to create like wind resistance and possibly upper force. Nerd alert. It's either or for right spin combinations it might create upper force. For left spin combinations it may create down force. But the fact that it has a lot of the fact that it looks a lot pretty spacious, I think it might be good. And I think we don't know much about this frame, but I guess it would imply a high life after death, I think, especially on left spin combinations, but I think that'll increase the recoil depending on the combination. So now we have Eternal. Eternal is basically Revolve, but better. Well, I think they're actually tied. Left Burst did a video on that, Revolve vs Eternal, and they actually are they're basically pretty much tied. It just depends on which one you're launching, which one launches first, or which one has more rotations per minute. But yeah, I actually like this green color. I actually like that. It kind of reminds me of a it kind of reminds me of a Jolly Rancher. I'm not gonna lie, it actually kind of looks like a Jolly Rancher. In the white free spinning ring, and if you didn't know, the free spinning ring is supposed to be polyoxymethylene, the smooth plastic that I talked about earlier. But yeah, Eternal is basically a polyoxymethylene version of Revolve. So this is the layer itself. I guess it's kind of jagged, but the whole Beyblade itself is basically a stabilized type. I guess it might have like the same thing for Garuda, like when it's spinning, it has like a ton of air resistance, or not a ton of air resistance. I meant not a lot of air resistance. I'm sorry. I meant it's supposed to lower air resistance. My bad. And now, if you look at the side, well, at the top, or when you look at it from above, it actually looks like a pretty brown layer. But when you look at the side profile, you can actually see that it actually has some curves. So I think that might imply upper force, which quote unquote lifts it off the stadium. And since it's basically what Flugel did. Flugel was supposed, the Flugel driver that came on Blaze Ragnarok / Berserk Rocktavor was supposed to create upper force and right spin combinations and down force and left spin combinations. However, the wings were way too small for the gimmick to even take effect, and same with the flow frame. It's supposed to create upper force and right spin combinations and down force and left spin combinations, but the fact that the little blades that's supposed to implement the gimmick are it doesn't protrude out from the frame that much, it's basically unreliable. It basically does nothing. And on top of that, Flow's like the worst frame because is there a worse frame than Flow? I think the worst frame. But yeah, I think Flow's the worst frame. But yeah, so that was my video of my review, and that was my review and thought video on Random Booster Volume 13 Air Knight 12 Explained Eternal. So that'll be all for this video, guys. Really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, like that smash button, comment, subscribe, reduce your use cycle, wear your seatbelt, comic out.